Welcome to Panther Nation. I'm Ian Chilhonick.
And I'm Paul Ochoa. This show is made up, but the stories matter.
This is the only show dedicated to sports, so we'll be taking a look at what's been happening with our UNI Panthers. Right, Paul?
Go Panthers!
I'm sorry, folks. He doesn't even go here. Have you ever wanted to get into shape and work out your entire body?
Well, I tried to work out, but as you can tell, I never made it to the gym.
Yeah, I can tell. Well, Carly Beisel has more on this fun and exciting club.
This week, I took a trip to the Wellness and Recreation Center to learn more about UNI's climbing club. While I was there, I had the privilege to speak with a few current climbers.
I started rock climbing last fall sometime. I took a rock climbing class with Andy, who's the head of the outdoor rec office, and just kind of got really interested in it, and so I've stuck with it. I love it.
So the rock climbing club meets once a week on Sundays, 3 to 5, here at the Rock Wall. It's for anybody that is interested in climbing, wants to learn how to climb, wants to get better at climbing. We do competitions. We're hoping to do maybe some outdoor climbing as a group, and it's for any skill level. It doesn't matter if you've previously done climbing, if you've never climbed before. It doesn't matter. Anybody can come. There's probably about 15 people that come regularly, and again, it's Sunday, 3 to 5 at the Rock Wall.
This has been Carly Beisel reporting for UNITV.
That's one fun club. Thanks, Carly.
You know, you want to know what I learned? That you don't have to be on the United football team to get involved with the sport you love. There's an intramural team that you can be a part of and still have fun. I like fun.
I know you do, Paul.
Anton Ryder has more on the intramural team.
If you love playing football, but know that you're not that good, you should look into intramural football. It is less competitive, less dangerous, and easier. Intramural football is played with 7 people on each team, and there's both co-ed and single-gender teams. The field is 80 yards long, and each team gets 4 downs to make it to each 20-yard marker. Each team gets colored flags that are ripped off to declare the runner down. When a team scores, they get 6 points. They can choose to go for either 1, 2, or 3 points, starting from 5, 10, or 20 yards out, respectively. Even though you can't tackle, it's very easy to get into the game and make huge plays.
I wanted a way to exercise while still having fun. That wasn't just your typical lifting weights and running on a treadmill.
I get a lot of good exercise, get to run around. They put lights up on the field this year, done it for 5 years, so it's a blast.
And like I said, it's okay if you aren't too good.
I've won 1 game, and it was the first year. No, I haven't won since.
Yes, I've played intramural football all 4 years I've been at this college.
And how did they go?
They went very poorly.
Don't take yourselves too seriously, because all the other teams are going to take themselves too seriously most of the time.
For UNITV, I'm Anton Ryder.
Thanks, Anton. Looks even more fun and extremely competitive.
Paul, what are you doing with that volleyball?
Ian, what if this volleyball glows in the dark? Wouldn't that be amazing?
Well, that one doesn't right, but I know of one that does. Last week's cab event was 80s themed volleyball. UNITV star reporter Mackenzie Brophy was there to catch the details.
Last Thursday night, the Campus Activities Board had their first ever 80s themed volleyball night in the WRC. Cab's entertainment committee was in charge of this event.
My name is Brianne Hoganson, and I've been part of Campus Activities Board for 2 years and Entertainment Committee for both years. We have 80s themed volleyball going on tonight, and you come with a team or you come alone, you join a team of 6 people and you dress up in 80s clothes. You got a free sweatband, as I have here, and these glasses. But prizes for this event, the first place winners each get a $20 gift card to the book and supply store. And then we're going to choose the best costume as cab members, and that person's going to get a movie pack with 3 80s movies, 2 different things of candy and popcorn.
The entertainment committee recently underwent a transition in what sorts of events the committee puts on.
Well, originally, entertainment committee was mainly like comedians, hypnotists, daytime shows, but now we're doing a lot more recreational stuff like the volleyball. We're going to do a scavenger hunt next week and just a bunch of fun stuff like that.
Make sure to keep an eye out for Cab's weekly free events on campus.
Hey, it's just 80s volleyball,
For UNITV, I'm Mackenzie Brophy.
Wow, that looks like a lot of fun, Mackenzie. Thank you. Let's take a break and we'll be back to talk about more Panther sports.
College is an avenue for learning that can lead to successful job opportunities in the future. However, the education you need cannot be gained simply by going to class. Joining Cedar River Productions is the best way for you to get hands-on experience and one-on-one help with technology that will be crucial for your future. This is your chance to get ahead of other students by gaining knowledge about new technologies. You'll be given all the opportunities to turn your ideas into reality and fine-tune your skills and abilities along the way. Make the most of your college experience. Become a member of Cedar River Productions.
I am a future Panther.
I am ready to transfer.
I am building my skills.
I am social networking.
I am investing in my future.
I am challenging my students.
I am running my own business.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
This next package comes to us from UNITV reporter Avon. It's called the Fencing Club. It takes a lot of skill, which I have none of. Let's go to Avon for more on this wonderful club.
On Sunday, October 19th, I went to visit UNI's fencing club. I talked to Scott Miller, who's the president of the club, to better understand this obscure sport.
Fencing is a sport that's been around for decades, actually, in different forms, and it actually stemmed from sword play back in the medieval times, and they actually used real swords and actually went to first blood and everything. But now we use protected swords, obviously. As far as practices, we have 2 practices a week. We meet on Wednesdays at 7 here, and we meet in the WRC lobby, and then we go from there and get kit from upstairs and then come down to a racquetball court. And then on Sundays, we do 3 p.m. and meet in the same place and come down to the aerobics room we're in now.
Later, I talked to Colton Balvans in regards to why he initially joined the club.
Yeah, so I guess I wasn't sure when I first came to join the club. I had never really been in a club here at UNI before, and January came around. It was the start of a new semester, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. So I came to one of the first meeting in January. I emailed Scott to figure out what time it was. And when I showed up, everybody just kind of greeted me warmly. It was like I was already part of the group. We hang out like we're one happy little family, and they taught me everything about fencing. It's become my favorite sport, and I love doing it. So.
For more information, you can contact the fencing club at unifencingclub@gmail.com.
Thanks, Avon, for that report.
Because basketball season is about to start, Sean Dangler sat down with our Lady Panthers to talk about their upcoming season. Take it away, Sean.
Basketball season is upon us, and I'm here with UNI basketball players Hannah Schoenhart and Charnay Lamar. How are we doing today?
We are doing good.
Good, I like to hear that. All right, so first question. How is it looking for the Panther basketball team this year on terms of ramen to a 5-course dinner meal?
I would say that our season is looking like a medium well steak or salmon, if you prefer. Sides of your choice and some very, very fine wine. So if you can find that and a pack of ramen, then we're looking like a pack of ramen noodles. But other than that, a 5-star restaurant for sure.
Sounds delicious. Sounds like you've thought this out pretty well.
I mean, I love to eat.
You love to eat? I do too. I'm a big food guy, like just devouring it, I should say. All right. So what are like the team goals for this season?
Our plan is to bring home a conference title, make it to that NCAA tournament, and we want to pack the McLeod every home game. Nice.
Pack the McLeod. So how are you guys gonna, pack it? Like, what are you gonna do? Just bring in fake people, or like what's the method? Like, how are we gonna get people there?
Well, we just plan on winning games and being
games.
as exciting as possible. Try and get some students there, and we can only control what we can control, and that's winning games.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally went to a few games last year, and I loved going there. It was awesome. I think, students need to go out and see them. Watch you guys do awesome. That's what I like to. That's what I want to say, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. So, where has been like the worst place you've had to travel to?
The worst place that we've traveled, I would say, is Nacogdoches, Texas. If you can find that on the map, you let me know, because I still don't know where it is. We took a flight to Dallas and we drove there, and on just straight dirt roads and no street lights. There was a Sonics and a gas station. So
that's just all that's there.
Yep, just Sonics and a gas station. We lightened it up by calling it Nacho Grande, Texas.
Nice. I like that.
Nacogdoches.
That's an incredible name. In a
I thought it was cool.
Random place. No one knows where it is.
Nope.
Okay. So, in general, who do you guys most look up to? It can be basketball player, family member, any of that.
I'd probably have to say my mom. She's my best friend. Tell her everything. Basketball-wise, Kevin Durant, because he's long and lanky like me.
Nice.
Offensively, not so much defense. But
Not so much defense.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fine.
And I would say, just aside from my family, Steve Nash. I love how he incorporates being a flashy player, but yet very smart.
Yeah.
So I try to mimic my game after that.
Yes, definitely. Back in the when he was on the Phoenix Suns, those were definitely the heydays of watching him.
Those
do
were.
I mean, the Lakers, he's a little more hurt, but
he's a little old now.
But I want him to do well. So
same. Not the Lakers though. But
not the Lakers. Yes, I'm in the same regard with that. All right. So if the team is choosing a place to eat, where's the team going?
The team, we're not picky. We're not picky at all. So we would say anywhere aside from Panera. Try eating a bread bowl on the bus. It's very difficult. It's very bumpy. Lots of turns. So anything but Panera. And the smells that are together are not great at all. So anywhere but Panera.
Yeah, that's understandable. I'm not a fan of Panera really either.
Not at all.
I mean, what is the normal meal that you guys get? Kind of on there? Do you varies each time?
We go to a lot of steakhouses.
A lot of steakhouses.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's delicious.
Good food.
I love steakhouses.
Good food.
Always good. All right. So, two-part question. One, who's the best three-point shooter on the team?
Amber Sorensen, also known as Stretch.
Stretch. What's the reason behind that name?
Because she's so long and lanky, so I mean, Stretch just kind of fit.
Just fits. It sounds, it meshes perfectly, I'd say. Okay. So, then the second part of this question is, who makes it rain more, her or Lil Wayne?
Definitely Stretch, without a doubt. No question.
Nice. I like to hear that. Stick with your teammates. Stick with your guns. That's a good answer. All right. So what is better and why? A Panther, Cyclone, or a Hawkeye?
It's a dumb question.
Silly question. It's a Panther.
Panther.
Okay, good.
Every
I was
day.
worried. I'm glad you guys support the Panthers.
You bleed it.
Yes. Bleed the purple and gold.
Yes.
It's always good. You don't want to be like those people wearing those Iowa State and Iowa shirts. That's
Never.
super lame.
Super lame.
Super lame. All right. So that's all the time we have. Thanks for joining me, Hannah and Charnay.
No problem.
And their first game is Sunday, November 9th at 3:30 in the McLeod Center against Sioux Falls. So be sure to head on over to watch another successful season.
Thanks for bringing that awesome talent to our stage.
You know what's extremely competitive? A foot race in the water. You know what I'm talking about, a swim meet. Our Lady Panthers were in a tough battle against South Dakota, the Jackrabbits, on October 18th. I was there to cover the story. Take it away, me.
On October 18th, our Lady Panthers competed against the Jackrabbits. aka South Dakota State. The event took place in the WRC. Or better known as Wellness Recreational Center. This event was part of Family Weekend. Our Lady Panthers wanted to put on a good show for Mom and Dad. The ladies took an early lead and never looked back. Our women outswam the Jackrabbits in every event that was held. The crowd would cheer on our Lady Panthers from start to finish, giving them the support to be number one. Our Lady Panthers would go on to win 158 to 142. So in the end, it wasn't even close. This is Paul Ochoa reporting for UNITV.
Wow, I covered a great story. Thanks, Paul. Our Lady Panthers swam again this past Saturday on the 25th, and they defeated South Dakota 196-104.
Have you ever wanted your favorite UNI football player to walk you to school? Well, some of these lucky kids just got to do that. Luke has the story.
Lincoln Elementary hosted their annual Walk to School Day, where they joined together with UNI's men's basketball, women's volleyball, and Waialua Blackhawks.
I think it's a good way to promote exercise, like show them how every little bit can help and just get their legs moving and show them that it can be fun to get moving, I guess.
The annual Walk to School gives students a chance of a lifetime to meet, ask questions, and play on the jungle gym while being able to walk safely to school with the athletes.
It's important for the athletes to get involved with the community because it just shows that it's a whole community aspect. Like, we feed off our fans, the fans feed off us.
On the day when the weather is a little chilly, most parents would just drop their children off at the school, but being able to walk with their friends and their role models is a lot more fun.
I thought it was a really neat experience. I really enjoyed talking to them and getting to know them a little bit, and it's really cool to see how they look up to us.
They seem pretty excited to be there with us. It's cool to see how excited they are to have role models there. And this is the second time I've done it. I did it a couple of years ago, and it's always a good turnout, so it's fun.
Thanks, Luke. Must have been nice for those kids. The parents must be proud.
College is an avenue for learning that can lead to successful job opportunities in the future. However, the education you need cannot be gained simply by going to class. Joining Cedar River Productions is the best way for you to get hands-on experience and one-on-one help with technology that will be crucial for your future. This is your chance to get ahead of other students by gaining knowledge about new technology. You'll be given all the opportunities to turn your ideas into reality and fine-tune your skills and abilities along the way. Make the most of your college experience. Become a member of Cedar River Productions.
I am a future Panther.
I am ready to transfer.
I am building my skills.
I am social networking.
I am investing in my future.
I am challenging my students.
I am running my own business.
I am UNI.
I am UNI. You can be too. Visit IamUNI.net.
Experience, the community, the chemistry, the expertise, the right fit, and all the opportunity in the world to create your masterpiece.
Enjoy the university experience in perfect proportion. And because we teach how to learn, the students of UNI are well prepared to create a lifetime of masterpieces. Create your masterpiece. Experience the University of Northern Iowa.
Welcome back to Panther Nation. What are you doing, Paul?
I'm breakdancing.
That's not breakdancing, dude.
Well, do you find it weird that me and you have been magically switching places while telling amazing UNI sports stories? It's television magic.
Well, that is weird, but I don't think that's magic.
Now, let's see if our UNI football team could pull off some magic this past Saturday. Take it away, me.
On October 18th, the UNI football team took on South Dakota State as the final event for Family Weekend. The football team was looking to send the crowd home happy. It was a battle, back and forth. The crowd was on their feet. The Dome provided pink towels to wave in the air for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Early on, the Jackrabbits would score, but our boys would battle back, and we were all tied at halftime, 14-14. At halftime, the UNI Men's Glee Club would join the band for multiple songs. Both teams found ways to score and put points on the board, but it was a struggle. Down 14-28. Our Panthers would throw a critical interception, return for a touchdown. On the next offensive possession, our Panthers would score another touchdown, tying it up 28-28. Panthers marched down the field. With seconds to go, they were sadly stopped with an interception ending the game. Up a tremendous fight coming up just short. 28-31. This is Paul Ochoa reporting for UNITV.
The Panthers would rebound this past Saturday, beating Western Illinois 27-13, keeping their playoff hopes alive.
Hey Ian, I hear you have a story that makes you mad with my cloud madness.
Thanks, Paul. On Thursday the 23rd, the men's and women's basketball teams held a scrimmage to entertain the crowd at hand and have a preview for the upcoming season. Here's my interview with the men's head basketball coach, Ben Jacobson. The men and women's basketball teams participated in McLeod Madness on Thursday evening to get Panther fans excited for the upcoming basketball season. I spoke with Coach Ben Jacobson, and this is what he had to say.
I tell you, this is a great time of the year for us, getting started. We're about 2.5 weeks into practice, and things have gone well. It's nice having having an older team, we've got 5 seniors and 3 juniors, and anytime you've got a group of guys that have been with you, things go a little bit smoother at practice. You're able to move along a little bit quicker. I like what the guys have done in the off season. Seth Tuttle is bigger and stronger. Deion Mitchell's in great shape. Marvin Singleton's in great shape. And I could keep going on down that list. The guys have done what they needed to in the off season, so we're excited to get started.
Another highlight of the night was the slam dunk contest. That was won by Clint Carlson, who beat out teammates Jeremy Morgan and Bennett Cook.
We've got the things that you need. You've got to have experience. You've got to have some versatility. You've got to be tough-minded at the defensive end of the floor, and you've got to be a team that rebounds the basketball so you can win at home. You can win on the road. And we've got versatility. We've got experience, and we're working hard to make the right changes, the right improvements to our defense and rebounding. I know these guys want it, and we'll do what we need to, I think, to make the improvements at that end of the floor.
The night also saw the men's team split into 2 and scrimmage against one another for 9 minutes. The women's team did the same, only they scrimmaged against various men from around campus. Our own Sean Dengler was among one of those few. Coach Jacobson also spoke of his expectations for this coming season.
I'll tell you, our goals are the same every year, to contend for a championship and play in the NCAA tournament and not only get in the tournament but play a couple weekends. And so those goals haven't changed year to year, and these guys have the same goals. Now my expectations are that we put in a good day's effort, that every day we get what we can out of that day, so that we're improving as we go through the season. And that to me has been the biggest key. When we've had teams that have gotten to that point, when I've watched other teams win a championship or get to that point, it's because they continue to get better throughout the year, and that takes daily improvement. So that, from my standpoint, my expectation is that we put in a good day's work, and we get better every day. Our goals: win a championship, play in the NCAA tournament.
10 students were selected at random to take half-court shots with a semester's tuition paid in full as the prize for making the shot. Unfortunately, no student made that shot. This has been Ian Shilhonick for UNITV. Wow, that's extremely exciting. I can't wait for the men and women's basketball seasons to start. Well, that's all the time we have for Panther Nation, guys. I'm Ian Shilhonick.
And I'm Paul Ochoa. Thanks for tuning into Panther Nation. If you have an idea, please dial Joyce Chen at joyce.chen@uni.edu. And a UNITV operator will be sure to get back to you after Halloween. See you next time.